Hi everyone, I'm Monish and welcome back to HR Tech Orbit, the channel where we simplify HR and HR technology. So, last time we talked about a big question, HR or HR Tech. We compared what do people actually do in each role, what kind of skills they need, and where does each of this role take you in your career. But there's one part that I want to explain a bit better today. And it's that part that most of the people find very hard to picture. So, when someone works in HR technology, what do they actually do all day? And today, I'll break it down into four main things that every HR tech person is responsible for. So, let's get started. Before we go into detail, here's the plan for today. It doesn't matter which company you work for or which HR system they use. An HR tech person's job comes down to four main things: system, data, automation, and integrations. That's it. Almost everything an HR tech person does fits into one of these four areas. So let's go through them one by one. And by the end, you'll know exactly what this job looks like on a normal working day. Let's start with the most obvious one: systems. An HR tech person looks after the HR software that company uses. Software like SAP SuccessFactors, Workday, SAP HCM, Darwinbox, or maybe any other software. But looking after the system doesn't mean building it from scratch, because software already exists. The real job is to set it up so it works the way that company works. Every company has its own rules, its own approval steps, its own leave policies, its own job grades. The software doesn't know any of these things when you first switch it on. So the HR tech person sets the system up around the business, or maybe we can say HR tech person configure the system as per the business needs. They decide what information the system stores, who approves what, and what each employee can see on their own screen. And once the system is live, they keep it running. And when there's a policy change, and when sometimes a company reorganizes, or when something breaks, they are the ones who go and fix it. Here's a simple way to remember it. If HR system is a car engine, then the HR tech person is a mechanic who sets it up and keep it running. The second job is data, and this one is quieter. But honestly, it may be the most important one. Every HR system is really just a big store of information about people: names, job titles, salaries, who reports to whom, leave balances, performance records, etc. All of it sits inside the system. The HR tech person takes care of this data. Their job is to keep it correct, well organized, and reliable. But why does this matter so much? Because everything the company does with this data depends on it being right. If the wrong manager is listed for an employee, their approvals go to the wrong person. If the salary figure is wrong, then the payroll pays the wrong amount. And if the data is messy, every report built on top of it will be wrong too. There's a common saying in this field: garbage in, garbage out. Good HR tech people care about data quality because so much depends on it. And more, this is where the interesting work is. Taking clean data and turning it to simple reports that helps leaders make better decisions. So far, we covered two basics: systems and the data inside them. Now, let's talk about two jobs that actually make HR tech more powerful, and it saves a lot of time for the companies. The third job is automation, and this is where when HR tech starts to feel like a magic. Here's the idea: a lot of HR work is repetitive, same steps again and again every week. Sending an offer letter, starting the onboarding process, reminding a manager that a review is due, sending a leave request to the right person for approval. When you do all of this by hand, it takes up hours of someone's time. The HR tech person looks at these repetitive tasks and asks a simple question: can the system just do this by itself? And the most of the time, the answer is yes. You set up the steps once, and after that, the system follows those steps automatically. The offer letter creates itself. The onboarding checklist starts the moment someone accepts the job. The reminders goes out on its own without anyone doing anything. That's the real value of automation, and it gives people their time back so they can focus on the work that only humans can do. Now, let me give you a real time example from my own project. So, it was a big company where we automated their repetitive HR tasks, and the result was that they were able to reduce HR teams' workload by 40%, and HR queries got handled 50% faster. And that's the kind of difference a good automation can make. The fourth and the last job is integration. This is the one that most people outside the field have never even thought about. Here's the situation: no company runs on just one system. Yes, there's an HR system, but there might also be a separate payroll system, a separate finance system, an IT system, or maybe a separate hiring tool. And here's the problem: all of these systems need to share information with each other. Because when a new employee joins the company, the payroll needs to know so that person gets paid. The IT needs to know so they get laptop and login credentials. And finance needs to know for budgeting purposes. If these systems cannot talk to each other, someone has to copy information from one system to the next one by the hand. And this is slow, and it leads to a lot of mistakes. So the HR tech person builds the connection between these systems. You can think of them as pipes that let information flow from one system to another on its own. Sometimes this connection is instant, so the systems update each other straight away. But sometimes they update overnight, all in one go. And you don't need to know the technical words yet. Just remember the picture. HR Tech is the plumbing that makes all the company system work together as one. So let's step back and answer the question this two-part topic set out to answer. Where does HR end and where does HR Tech begin? Here's the simplest way to answer it. The HR looks after the people, the conversation, the policies, the culture, and the human decision. Whereas HR Tech looks after the machine underneath, the systems that holds everything, the data that has to stay clean, the automation that removes the boring and repetitive tasks, and the integration that connect it all. One side is about people and the other side is about the systems those people use every day. And the best HR Tech people never forget one thing. The system is there to help the people. The technology is never the main point. It is there to make human side of HR work better. So that's HR Tech. System, data, automation, and integration. These four jobs keeps an HR Tech engine running. And I'll be very honest with you. This is the kind of work I fell in love with. Taking a messy and manual HR process and converting it into something meaningful. Isn't that satisfactory? So if these four jobs sounds like the kind of problem you would be able to solve and you love doing it, trust me, HR Tech is the place for you. And tell me in comments which out of four sounds more interesting to you. And if this video helped you, then please do like, share, and subscribe HR Tech Orbit. And I'll see you in the next one.